Can we just go back to Sharad's Cubano look? I don't know why, but Rihanna's man down runs my head. And you are watching yet another episode of Key and Carry, where we key
and we carry.
I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
And for this episode, we're gonna review the second episode of. Is it second or third? This is the third episode.
Yes.
Okay, the third episode of the second season of G-Status ATL Hustle, produced by Status Network. So what were your initial thoughts?
I actually like this episode. We keep saying that we want to see kind of a shift from the negative to the positive.
Right.
I feel like that episode delivered. Like, after the whole debacle at the dinner, I feel like this episode was kind of nothing but just, I won't say positivity, but it wasn't as negative as like the previous episodes. I really like the tone of this episode.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I thought it was. It had some moments.
Yeah,
I feel like they balanced it out well, especially considering the first two episodes were really heavy on the keying not the keying, the carrying. Actually,
the carrying
was very, very heavy on the carrying. So I'm glad they kind of spaced it out. But I thought there had some funny moments. But yeah, let's definitely get into it. What moment stood out to you?
Oh my god, the first moment that I noticed, or the first moment that stood out to me, was the looks that were served this episode. Like, there were so many looks that were featured.
Yes.
Some good, some bad, and some interesting.
Ooh,
some that left a question mark.
We definitely gonna get to it.
Yeah. But that was the first thing that stood out to me, was like the different looks, like professionals, people meeting up with different looks and makeups and all of that. But that was the first thing that stood out to me.
I would say the first thing that stood out to me was, I'm that bitch.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Honey, I'm that bitch.
But yes, that's definitely the first thing that stood out to me. No, but the fact that they had to pay $419 in damages. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I knew they would have to pay something once they broke something, but I'm like,
after that, I'm looking for a new cast of people.
Right?
Y'all not about to be costing me.
Whose pockets is that coming out of?
Production.
But do they even have a fund?
I don't know. Let's hope they have some type of budget set up where
I feel like everybody, mainly Devon and Four and Jerry Simber, should all chipped in.
Yeah.
I think a moment that stood out to me was definitely seeing Redrick on doing a job. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
We want to see them work, we want to see them do stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool that not only did he invite them, but once they started to kind of carry, he was like, okay, now it's time to go. He was like, you know what, we gon'
she paid me for her services, and that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm gonna do. Nothing but professionalism.
Yes.
And I think that's, I don't know if you stand him, but I know I stand Redrick.
I do. That's the type of energy the show needs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at work. I'll see you hoes later. Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
You never let it get too close to the back.
Yeah. Right.
So.
And it's crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just remembered that while Redrick was doing the makeup, there were the dancers were in the room with them.
Yeah.
So they were actually in on the text.
Right.
Brandon was reading to the group.
So, what's another moment that stood out to you?
That was actually my second moment.
Oh.
Yeah, Redrick getting to the bag, him doing the makeup on the set of the video, and also Delicious's makeup during this video. This was one of the looks I was referring to. She looked so
casket ready.
Yeah, pale.
It was giving me very Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, but on the plus, I did like Redrick get to the bag. I did enjoy seeing somebody finally not say I do this,
Mhm.
this is what I do, and come see me do this shit.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
And shout out to T.S. Madison for employing the gays. Like, you know, I know, I feel like the people that like produce the show is gay.
Yeah.
Her show is gay, and like, I'm glad that she uses like gay, like, because I've seen her on a couple other web series. Not obviously not like as a part of the show, just like a cameo, I guess. So shout out to her for employing the LGBTQ.
Yeah,
community.
shout out for looking out.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think another moment that stood out to me was the very awkward Ike and Tramel date.
Yeah.
I had such high hopes for this date. I was like, oh, like it was so cute, like how they like, you know, like he asked him out, Tramel asked Ike out, and you know, it was just kind of cute. But then like the episode, like as we like get to their date, I'm like, oh, like a facade. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was so awkward.
It was very it wasn't the cute awkward.
Yeah,
either.
It was just awkward.
It was
like,
just awkward. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a date where I'm gonna fuck you, or is this a date where we're gonna do business afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Well, I don't know why, but Tramel, I mean, I guess just like in case things went left, but Tramel was making it seem like it was a business thing, but he was also making it seem like it was like
personal.
For pleasure. So it was kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie. But then, whatchamacallit was talking about how Ike was talking about how he didn't know this was a date, but like right before that in his confessional, he's like, "Oh, I know he was nervous to ask me out on a date." So I'm like, "Wait, which is it?" So I don't know if Ike just thought like it was a date coming into it, but then like as he got there and he started talking about business, he's like, "Oh, maybe it's not a date." I'm not sure, but yeah, the whole thing was awkward. I mean, I definitely feel for Ike, you know, I guess coming out of a relationship that long. I mean, who's to say how long, you know, like is necessary, you know, for you to like, I guess feel some type of way about a relationship. But the way he was talking, I thought he was talking about some years, like he was talking about a good 5 years. Like then he was like 1.5. I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, that's like 10 years in gay years. I'm like, no, it is not. I was like, that's not true. But I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But yeah, he just still seems very hurt by it. I mean, it happened a month ago, so I'm not, you know, surprised that he's still kind of reeling from it. But what did you think of the date?
It was awkward. I kind of feel like I'm getting not so much a Malcolm and Quentin from the Shit We Do for Love, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I guess Quentin would be Ike, and then Malcolm would be Tramel.
Really?
The pursuit, because like I don't know how to put it. Like we know that Ike and Tramel like each other. It's kind of like
I think we know they're attracted to each other. Yes, but
they have like this weird way of like trying to explain their feelings, or like they have this weird way of like just asking each other out. I guess just get to the damn point. Like either you want to go on a date, I don't know, just stop being awkward around each other. Like y'all kind of, I'm assuming they both want the same thing. Like so just fucking go for it. But then I get like Tramel just realizing like I just got out of a marriage.
A marriage. I was like, let's all relax, okay? I get it. You just got out of a relationship. It admits to you love this person, but I was just like, okay, like a marriage, sure. I was like, I wouldn't say it was a marriage, but you know, like it was a relationship. But yeah, I thought it was kind of weird because I feel like once he brought up the boyfriend, Tramel was out. I feel like he got the like hint that it was like, oh, this is more of like, I can't date you because you're still attached to your old relationship. But then it was kind of weird because I feel like Ike started becoming really sexual, like, and the stuff that he was saying. So it was like, you just want to friends with benefits kind of thing, like, which I mean, I feel like you should just go on Jack if that's what you want. Like, just go on like a site, you know. Shit, Backpage if you got to. Oh, Backpage is now. Never mind.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's definitely something that stood out to me. Anything else stand out to you? Or what?
You's carrying the day, bitch. My goodness. Akeem's group text after the dinner.
Oh my god.
Like, what the fuck, Akeem? Like, some of you hoes have no rhythm. This is coming from the host that threw the Atlanta Bottom Battle Royale.
I feel
that threw the free for all. Like, you should be the last person to tell anybody they have no rhythm. Nigga,
right.
You came in 40 minutes late. You started an argument. 2 more people are trying to work out their differences. You're interjecting and causing more chaos. And then, like, you didn't even diffuse the Dre Simber and Devon situation.
I think Akeem thinks that he's Dorinda from Truck Turner.
Yeah.
Now you hoes sit down, I want to talk to you. Anybody thinking about leaving here is going to find my left foot square up their ass. Do you understand it?
Why?
Shut up, you junkie whore!
Yes.
From Truck Turner. I definitely feel like he thinks that he's her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's like, you need to relax. Like,
Yeah.
you don't run this group.
Right.
You're not even the most popular person in this group. Relax. And
Right.
you, like, I hate when people don't take accountability for
Yeah.
things. And it's like, you're taking no responsibility in this blow up. Like, you added to it.
Now,
you didn't.
Yeah, Akeem only makes things worse.
He does.
So I don't know why he would be so willing to jump back into hosting like another get together for everybody. Like,
They were talking. That's the crazy part is they were talking it out. And then he just jumped in like, well, we need to know what's going on. And it's like,
yeah.
well, I mean, if you were following what they were
Yeah.
saying, you would have known
Yeah.
what was happening. And they're trying to squash it, but you just jumping in for no reason.
Right.
Like, isn't that what y'all are here for? To like
Mhm.
squash this beef? But yeah, I was just like, yo, Uncle Akeem.
Another thing, did you notice when he was waking up out the bed, he had the cover up, and I thought somebody was about to pop up.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on.
I was watching through my fingers, like,
you know, I'm like, please don't let anybody be going down on the king. Please don't let anybody be going down on the king.
No.
But yeah, like Akeem in that text, like, Akeem, get us together, homeboy.
Yeah.
Get us together.
I also want to say it's kind of weird that they didn't blame Devon
Mhm.
for what happened.
Mhm.
It just seemed like everybody, except for Redrick, really, it seemed like everybody that was kind of just like, oh, well, whatever. And then I feel like, I'm not going to lie, it was a little shady for Ike to be like, I guess, kind of shading Devon. I mean, he was right in shading him.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like he kept that same energy
Yeah.
when he was talking to him.
Right.
But when he was talking to Tramiel, it was like, oh, when they got these, like, when these people don't have anything else better to do, like, this is what they do. But you didn't say that to his
Right.
face. It's kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, and not everything needs to be said to someone's face, but still, like, I don't know. It just seemed like his energy was
Yeah.
different when he was
Mhm.
around Devon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, did you have any other moments?
No, that was my final moment.
Okay. So random thoughts, is Zion on the show or is he, cause I just feel like he's just there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what Devon said. Like, we don't know her. Why are you talking? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a part of the show or. I mean, I'm indifferent. He
Yeah.
doesn't really add anything to the show. I mean, his studio shade down, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, he doesn't add anything to the show. Just him at the dinner was boring. So, shit, him after the dinner talking to Devon and I think Ike was just boring. So,
True.
he doesn't add anything to the show. For me.
True. I also want to note that Four was acting mad, like, sheepish after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you said this off camera, but like when Devon came out the restaurant, I thought they were gonna
Yeah,
fight.
I thought they was about to start throwing
I
hands.
thought they were gonna throw hands, but they didn't. It was like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm encouraging them to fight, but
Yeah.
it just seemed like from what they were giving in the
Yeah, it
confessionals,
took way more energy throwing those plates and shit.
yeah, than
And,
just
like,
the fight.
Yeah.
So, maybe they didn't want to like make it even worse. I don't know. They weren't even arguing though. Like they
Right.
just like, it was weird because like they literally could have done what they did outside in the restaurant.
Right.
But now that they've acted the fool and like broken all this shit,
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, now we should come together and like talk like
Yeah.
adults. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, I just thought that was weird. those were our moments. We'll be back with the second part of our show. Stay tuned.
And we're back with the Key and Carry channel, where we key
and we carry.
And this is the second half of our episode, where we discuss the favorite of our episode, the least favorite look of the week, the shadiest / messiest moment of the week, and our reality rewind. So, who was your fave of this episode?
So my fave of this episode, guess.
Redrick.
Yeah. Redrick.
Redrick, you are our fave.
Yes.
We adore Redrick.
Yeah, just the whole demeanor. I kind of thought he was being a little dramatic during the dinner, but when I thought about it, I was like, well, I mean, I would be pissed too if
I got trampled.
Yeah, like over some foolishness.
Yeah.
Like, I would probably be mad too, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd probably be even more mad that it was on, like, it was caught on camera, and like I'm just caught in the midst of this like foolishness, I guess you could say. But yeah, I you know, somebody who's booked has things to do.
Yeah.
Not to say that nobody else has things to do. It's just it's good to see people doing stuff, I guess, you know, every now and then. But yeah, I just think that he seems to be the most mature, I guess you could say, and just like a go-getter and no nonsense too. Yeah. So what about you?
Redrick.
Oh, Redrick too. Okay.
Also, this from the episode. Was this the third episode? I just like his energy, his presence. He seems really level-headed. He's about his business, his bag. I also like the looks he's been serving. Like every episode, every confessional, like it's a different look, and I'm here for it. Like
hair's laid.
Yes, this episode where they added his audio to from the fight, the dinner fight, and he had on like I guess like a Versace shirt. The hair was laid. I'm like, come on, Redrick. Like, yes, I like Redrick. He's turning out looks every episode. He's level-headed. He's about his coin. I also like that he's open to networking even after like the dinner. He invited Brandon and Delicious to the video, like to watch them work with him. So I thought that was cool. Like,
and he chose two people that I guess weren't in the drama that much.
Like
I wonder why he didn't choose Ike, because Ike wasn't really in the drama either.
I'm wondering if he ever even noticed Ike. Like,
ooh, well, that's kind of.
Cause we know
that's unfortunate because we know Ike noticed Redrick.
we know.
Like
Ike notices Redrick.
Yes,
but
he was talking about Redrick on his date with Tremel.
Right.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I was what did you think of the trio, Delicious, Brandon, and Redrick? I thought it was an odd trio, but I wasn't.
Was it?
I thought it was kind of odd, but I wasn't like against it.
Okay.
But they all seem like really level-headed, but Brendan's kind of extra.
Brendan is the one. I feel like he's definitely the one that's like he's kind of the weak link of the group.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna be shady, I feel like everything needs to be on point.
Yeah.
So when he was reading, I was just like, this nigga can't read. Like I was just like,
you hoes have no rhythm. It's enough for me, by the way, but. We have this like, bro, get to the point, like.
But then again, I know what it's like to read something that's because we know how Akeem talks. Imagine how he writes. Imagine how he types things out. Like, so you know it's filled with spelling errors, like run-on sentences, and you know when you're used to seeing a comma, but there's no comma or no period. It's like, wait, what's going on? You know. So
I think Brandon even said that Akeem put a run-on sentence. In the text.
That's a run-on sentence.
It kind of messes up, especially if you're used to reading stuff that's grammatically correct. Like, it kind of messes you up to read like broken English, not broken English, but like I guess stuff that's not correct. But he was still taking forever because you know he had read it already. So I'm like, you're lagging.
Redrick was like stumbling, and this is why we shouldn't be involved in this shit. Like, hurry up. Say what you gotta say. What's up? What can I do for you?
Like. So, who was your least favorite?
Surprisingly, I kind of didn't have it. Well, I did, but I guess my least favorite is just petty. I put Tremel just because he's bad at flirting. Like, stop wasting Ike's time.
How is that his fault?
How was it his fault that he's bad at flirting?
Well, I feel like when you've been single for 9 years, 9 years is a long ass time.
It is a long ass time to be.
Well, because when you think about it, Tramel is what, in his early 30s maybe? So 9 years, that means you haven't dated somebody since you were like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Like late teens.
Mm-hmm. It's that corporate mouth. But yeah, he was my least favorite.
Oh my god, not the corporate mouth. But I would say my least fave was, and it's unfortunate because I actually like this person.
I kind of feel like I know who it is.
Devon.
The Supreme herself.
The Supreme herself. Leading, and she's definitely the Fiona, not the Cordelia, because girl carries like Fiona would. Yes. But yeah, he just I wasn't into. First of all, he started the physical,
right?
You know, like stuff that happened before that, but you started throwing shit. You know, if you start throwing something, especially amongst black people.
Oh my God, it's Cher! What do you think? I'm mad, man.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like you basically about to start a riot.
Yeah.
So
that or running.
Yes.
Either
way, the function is over. It's about to transition into a whole. It's about to transition into some other shit.
Yes.
Cause I was just like, why would you throw a glass? Like, if you're gonna throw something, throw your hand.
Right.
Like, I don't understand throwing a glass. And so then he was like, well, what set me off was that December said that he was a veteran. And I'm like, is it really that serious?
Right.
It's really not. Like, when you really think about it, it's not that serious. Like. Oh shit. Sorry. It's like I feel like it's not that serious. Like you threw a cup for what?
Right.
You know? And I just feel like nobody really like called him out on it besides nobody has done it to his face, really. And so I'm like, you need to be held responsible. You threw the drink and like everybody was like, oh, like Akeem was like, oh, like I know you're like a nice guy. Like I invited you thinking that you would be nice. And I'm like, it's his fault. Like, I would have ostracized him. Like, he needs to get it together because you can't be out here throwing, you know, stuff
in a room full of people.
Yes. And like, why I don't think 4 or December were right either. If somebody throwing something at me, I'm gonna throw something back. Like, you're not about to just dip me in the forehead with this damn cup. Right. And like, I don't do anything back. So yeah, Devon is doing a little too much right now. I think. Weirdly enough, I feel like he's trying to be that girl this season, and it's just not working for me. Like, I just need you to relax. You're naturally likable. Yeah. You got something going on. You can cook. You have a catering business. Coast on that. You don't have to be so extra. Like, you know.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm also wondering what he's eating before his confessionals because his tongue is always red. So I don't know if it's
probably
like Jolly Rancher or
it's probably some red drink.
Because
Mama be boosted in that damn.
Yes.
Miss Mama's be boosted in that damn confessional.
Yeah, be lit as fucking
like, I can tell a drunk. And he be giving me slurred teas. Like.
Not a Keem slur, but.
No, yeah, not that bad. So, what was your fashion?
Now, going back to my first moment that made me stand out, or that stood out to me, like I said, we had a lot of fashions.
Yes.
There were a lot of looks this episode. So, I just want to run down the list of a few.
Are you... okay, I think I know. I think you're going to... I think I know who you're going to say.
Ooh.
I think you're going to say mine, but it's cool.
Okay, we have Sherrod Scarface get up. He's looking like a straight up Cuban. The fro, the open shirt, bare chest, like...
He just needed like an AK-47 and a cigar.
Okay, 4, taking off your do-rag and your confessional does not count as another outfit change. I peeped that.
Oh my god. He's wearing the same outfit?
Yes. Oh. The coat with the polo. And there's another reason why he wore that do-rag. We're going to talk about that later.
Oh.
Tramel's confessional with the twist and then the fringe on the shirt, the shower curtain, it looks like a curtain.
This episode had a lot of bad fashion in it. I don't know what was going on.
That shirt was ugly as hell.
Yes. Can we just go back to Sherrod's Cubano look? I don't know why, but Rihanna's man down runs my head. I don't know why, but yeah.
Somebody said, "Who gave this nigga a blowout?"
I was like, "What is going on?" It was at that weird, awkward length where it's not like a full flourishing fro, but it's too small to be. Yeah,
it's enough here to pick it out, I guess.
Also, I mean, Sherrod, like, there's nothing wrong with your chest. I'm not mad at it, but can we get some diversity? Like, I'm tired of you throwing something over your. I'm tired of you wearing a jacket with no shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of seeing the chest. Please cover those nips up.
Yes.
This is a family show.
Also, Devon's American Horror Story Coven fit.
Yeah.
The black shirt, the black hat. I was like, what's going on right now?
He's in charge of the girls.
I'm the Supreme Witch. How are you?
Yeah, my favorite look was Sherrod with the bandana, the crackhead, the blazer and the bandana. I'm like, where the fuck did he get this bandana from?
I have no idea.
And it was so accurate because like we live in Detroit, so the majority of the time we see like a crackhead, they're in a suit jacket, jeans, and they have a bandana on their head. Like,
yeah,
I was like, that's a look. This episode definitely turned out some questionable fashions.
Definitely. And yeah, you actually stole my fashion moment. Was just all of Sherrod's looks, I guess. They were all just so iconic. He has such an interesting I guess he has an interesting aesthetic, I'll say. But I need y'all to put on some undershirts, please. You know whose outfit I actually really genuinely liked?
Who?
Brandon's outfit when he went to go hang out with Delicious and Redrick. I actually liked his outfit. I thought that was something that I would probably wear.
I also thought it was pretty interesting that they all had on black. I think his shirt was black and white, Delicious's shirt was black and white, and I think Redrick had on like a black shirt.
This whole episode just had looks, and not in a good way. They were just there were some questionable looks.
Very questionable. Very questionable.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I like Delicious, but that wig and that makeup that she was wearing, and it's so ironic because isn't Redrick a makeup artist? Girl, you got in with the right person.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, and it looked like she didn't have like a variation to her foundation.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
I didn't see like a blend of colors.
Right.
It was just pale.
But did you have a shady moment?
My shade was the fact that the episode didn't premiere on Sunday. Like, production told us that it would.
What did you think happened this time?
I really don't know, but I saw the post where they were like, if we can get to, was it like 40,000 followers by the end of tonight, we'll post it. If we can get to 40,000 followers by the end of tonight, we'll post the episode. We'll release the episode. If not, we'll release it Monday. So I guess they didn't hit their mark. But even then, why the fuck would you punish the viewers for that shit?
Yeah, why would you wait so late? I could see if this was like a week before. You're like, oh, we'll release it early or something like that. But like,
at least, a week ahead of time. Even like the fucking Friday before, like the Friday before the Sunday that it dropped.
Right.
They could have started that contest, but like, that was shade. That was my shade. Like, come on, production. Like,
it was my messiness and. It was pretty messy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't want to sound shady, but even after the whole thing with like the premiere episode kind of getting blocked,
right?
And then this, I like y'all, but we need consistency.
Yes, consistency. Please. Yes. We trying to build up that consistency right now.
Yeah.
So, we're right there with y'all, but I wonder why, random thoughts, I guess you could say. I wonder why Ike and his boyfriend broke up. I don't know why I wrote that in this category, but I wonder, like, what happened. It seemed like it might have been a fidelity issue, maybe, but, if he was in love with him, I wonder what happened. Yeah. So, just wondering. But my messy moment was definitely, Roman invited Delicious over only to show, I guess,
that video of Brandon.
Only to show how hypocritical Brandon is.
I'm sorry, that video was sad.
Where was this?
She ain't got no haircut. Somebody need to send her to dance 101.
It was pretty sad. It was kind of like that. Have you ever seen that video of Britney Spears trying to do that dance that strippers do, where they shake their legs?
Yes.
Like, I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
it just wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Po baby. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
It was just so funny because it was like he just had that tea on him. Like, oh, you want to talk shit about me using my body?
Yeah.
When you use your and you failed trying to use your body. Like, oh my god. Even the stripper in the video was like rolling his eyes like, oh girl.
How do you feel about that? Like, I guess Delicious and Roman. I guess Delicious is kind of like stuck between Roman and Brandon because she's cool with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about, I guess, being stuck in the middle? Like, if you were Delicious and Roman showed you the video of Brandon, how would you have reacted?
I can tell that Delicious and Brandon aren't like friends because I feel like she didn't stick up for him the way that she stuck up for Sherrod in the past. So it seems like they might not be like the best of friends, but they're cool. But I don't know. I feel like I would have probably spoken up.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's hypocritical, then it's hypocritical, you know?
True.
Like, it's kind of hypocritical, I guess, for him to... But we don't know Brandon's story, so I wonder, are they gonna... I guess they're gonna talk about it next week's episode.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Whew. Get ready for that. But yeah, I don't know. How did you feel about it?
I'm kind of... Like, she said, like, Brandon's her brother, but they really haven't... I guess been hanging out.
They be calling everybody their brother, their sister. I'm like, listen.
I don't know. I guess I won't say I'm indifferent. I guess it just depends on like how close I am with the person. Like if somebody came and showed me a video of you like stripping, I'd be like, I don't want to see that shit. Like,
right? Yeah.
That's my nigga. Like, no funny shit over here. But
yeah.
Yeah. It just depends on like my relationship with that person.
Yeah. I mean, I would just. Yeah, I think it was just the fact that he was hypocritical.
Yeah.
I was like, But I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, I just thought that moment was like, it was just funny because it did kind of expose him for being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was just struggling in that damn video. I was like, yikes. So what was your reality rewind moment?
My reality rewind moment features another iconic Donna from Black Ink Crew, New York.
Okay.
I forgot what season it was, but it was a party they were having at the shop, and I guess her ex's sister came to confront her or something like that, and she ended up macing the entire group of girls that the ex's sister came with. Like,
oh my god!
Everybody got the business. Like, not only
she
that,
maced the whole party.
She maced the whole party.
Oh my god!
Kind of reminiscent to somebody we know that maced the whole Burger King.
Oh.
No names will be dropped, but yeah, she maced the whole party. Not only she pulled the mace out of her pants and just went off.
Got them all the way together.
And then fucking Bae jumped in, started swinging. And I don't know if Kitty was there, but they got it the fuck in at the shop.
Right. I guess. I mean, if you Donna, I feel like that's one thing you would carry with you is some mace, some menthol cigarettes, some mace,
a Black and Mild,
maybe a condom, and then
maybe like a double shot of like 18 or Henny or some shit.
Yes, one of those little bottles. Yes. But I would say my reality rewind moment is Devon not taking accountability for I guess starting the fight at the Benihana's or whatever. I feel like that was similar to Jackie Christie of Basketball Wives. Remember when she invited January? Angel's
January.
I guess she slept with Angel's baby father. Angel Loves, right? Brink. Baby daddy, I guess.
I'm Angel Brinks. You? Who are you? I think Jackie just wanted me to tell you that I slept with baby. No, I didn't want you to do that.
And so Jackie knew that, and I guess wanted to get back at her for some reason. So she invited January, and then January, I guess Normal was like, oh, like, my dad. What's she saying? Oh, I slept. Jackie wants me to tell you that I slept with your baby's father, and it was just so messy and
as fuck.
Clearly, like, Jackie put her there for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, clearly Jackie brought her here to say that. And she was, like, just trying to deny it. And I was like, girl, no. Like, this is a horrible way of trying to, like...
she tried to deny it. Even after the fact that it was on camera of her telling January to go approach Angel and tell her, like... Yeah, that was crazy.
Terrible. I feel like Jackie Christie is definitely... Or Akeem is definitely the Jackie Christie of G-Status.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
At least Jackie carries herself a little bit better.
Yeah, her first couple of seasons, it was like, come on, Jackie, you too old to be acting like that. But
Right.
she seemed to, I haven't watched the show recently, but from the clips that I see on like YouTube and Instagram, she seems to be, I guess, kind of a better space mentally than she was like the earlier seasons. But can we also talk about January's lips during that scene? It was very duck lips. She went overboard with the Botox.
Yes, definitely.
Kind of similar to when Peter got Botox and his lips was like...
Oh, yes. I do remember that.
Well, Peter from Family Guy, I'm sorry. Peter from Family Guy got Botox and his lips were...
Yeah, they were definitely
very quackers.
Yes. Oh, my God. And it was so funny when Tammy was like, oh, like, I mean, she did sleep with your ex, but she slept with a lot of people, okay? So, I mean, just in terms of probability, it probably wasn't on your... The statistics probably weren't the percentages weren't on your side. Like, but, yeah. This was an interesting episode.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it. Do you have any, like, random thoughts to end the episode off on?
This episode was really enjoyable. There wasn't too much like toxicity, too much negativity. I like that immediately following the dinner, they kind of shifted gears to show like the business day or the day between Ike and Shamil, and then we got to see we got to see Redrick and his what's the word I'm looking for? His element. Yes. You know, we got to see Redrick working. So overall I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a well-rounded episode. It could be a little shorter, y'all. Like, I know y'all can do it. Y'all can condense it a little more. But yeah, it seemed to have better editing than the last episode.
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of story. But I want to know that somebody yelled, "Who's getting fired?" after the fight.
Really?
Yeah, but apparently everybody's still here. I mean, I guess except December. Which is weird because if he got fired for this, I feel like wouldn't it have been Devon? Because he, you know, threw the first, I guess, object. But yeah, do we have a question for the people?
Yeah, I just thought of one. Hopefully it's not too shady, but if you could choose to be styled or style anybody on the G-Status ATL Hustle, who would you choose?
Ooh. So who we would style and be styled by?
Yeah, who would you style and who would you want to be styled by?
I definitely want to style Sharad. I mean, I guess that's where the shady part comes in. Because I want to style Sharad like nobody's business. These looks are just so, I'm sorry, they're so par. Like, and it's not even about like, oh, he's not rich.
Yeah.
It's just, the looks that he puts together.
Yeah, you could take a basic outfit and transform it to make it look expensive.
Right.
That's what I say about Quentin from The Shit We Do for Love. Sorry to cut you off, but that's what I think about Quentin's outfits. Like, they are simple, but they look expensive.
I think I would want to be styled by probably Redrick, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't wear like women's clothing or anything, but I feel like, you know, he just has such a nice.
I feel like
he's
he
so
can
put
find you
together.
some decent, like some cute pieces in the men's department.
True.
Because you know you got that shirt from, and that damn show in the men's department. There's no shade.
Yay.
That is a Chappelle Show reference for anybody watching this, and they think I'm being shady, but no.
Game. Blouses.
If I could style anybody, who would I want to? I would want to style. trying to think of the cast. I would want to style Charlie.
His looks are also nice.
Want to style Charlie.
You're right.
Yeah, I want to definitely style Charlie. If
Yeah.
I had to be styled by somebody, I would pick. Maybe Roman. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Roman.
Okay.
Definitely a Roman. I would want to be styled by Roman.
You don't want to be styled by Miss Supreme herself.
Not really. No, like I feel like you could take Divine only in like increments. If that makes like a little bit at a time.
Yes.
Like
I'm like, how do you have the energy to act this way all the time?
Right.
Like I would be so tired.
That's
I'm
like
already tired looking at him.
Jonathan from Love and Hip Hop New York. You know how he was always on 10?
Always animated. Like oh my god.
How do you have this much energy to be just? But yes, that's been Key and Carrie, where we key
and we carry.
We just reviewed the second season, episode 3 of G-Status ATL Hustle.
Yes.
Yes, our question still stands. If you could style or be styled by, or if you could style and be styled by anybody from the G-Status ATL Hustle cast, who would you choose? And on that note, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, share.
Yes. Also, go give a follow to the Status Network production team. We'll be back with more videos. So, thank you for watching and be blessed.
Peace.